The entire team at Emsolation want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people. We want to recognise that we are recording and telling our stories on the stolen land of our country's first storytellers. We wish to pay our respects to all Wurundjeri elders and ancestors, and to extend that respect to any First Nations peoples who listen to Emsolation. We recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples' continued connection to the land and waters of this country, and acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
Emsolation.
My husband has called me Trump-like on more than one occasion.
There is a little parallel.
Oh, great.
And Michael Lucas.
I can put on a tracksuit. I understand that.
You don't know tracksuits.
No, I don't.
This is Emsolation.
He used to go out with the
The best yet to come. Yes, exactly.
You're in Emsolation.
Well, hello there and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Rossiano. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain and a podcaster. And I am hanging on by a thread. And together with my best friends... Oh, my God, I'm already getting
You're
teary.
doing well.
Yeah.
Your performance is still better than Joe Biden's.
Thank you. Barely. I'm about as well as him. Together with my best friend, Mr. Michael Lucas, multi-Logie Award nominated. Although I've got to say, the shine on the Logies, I just simply do not care. We bring you this podcast every
Look
week.
forward to that segment.
I don't know. Congrats on the noms. But when I saw the Gold Logie nominees,
Yeah.
I was just like, really? And when I say nominees, I'm just referring to Sonia Kruger being nominated again.
Okay.
How did that happen? Why did that happen? How does it keep happening?
Yeah.
And she'll probably win the thing. Again.
I don't think she will.
Well, either that or Andy
Well,
Lee.
she's been put up by Channel 7, and I feel like Channel 7 are really pushing Larry Emder.
Wow.
So
You know he's never been nominated.
he's never been nominated.
And he has been in show business for
I
57
know.
years.
Yeah.
And can I tell you, lovely man,
Lovely.
nary a scandal. Not one.
Not one.
No scandals.
No one has a bad word to say about him.
He is not Andrew O'Keefe, put
Yeah.
it that way.
Who would you... Well, obviously you'd vote for Julia Morris.
Julia Morris.
Yeah.
I was a JMO this week.
I would be thrilled if she won or if Tony Armstrong won. Both of them I'd be very happy with.
I don't think Tony Armstrong's done anything to win a Gold Logie yet. No, neither has Robert Irwin.
But it didn't used to be that you had to be in... Like Kylie Minogue won it after like 2 years on Neighbours.
I just feel like I love Tony Armstrong. Obviously, I'm a fan, but I just feel like I need to understand more about. I don't know. He also seems very reluctantly famous. Tony doesn't seem to be somebody who's out there striving for the next big, project. I just feel like he's just lovely and good looking and wanders in, and we all just think yes. And I think there are a lot of women out there that would not have the same opportunities. But look, I wish him well. But I don't think Tony would be comfortable. Having known Tony now and gotten to knowing him, I feel like he'd feel a bit weird about winning a gold. ABC would love it.
They would love it.
But I feel like Tony knows his place. Tony knows he's a young'un in the industry.
Yeah.
I think it would be weird. I would feel weird.
I mean, I'd still cheer pretty loudly.
Oh,
to be
I
honest.
would, for obvious reasons.
I mean, consider some of the alternatives.
Exactly. So can we have either Julia Morris or Tony Armstrong?
Yeah.
Basically what I'm saying is not Sonia Kruger.
Larry Emder, you're open to.
He's still a straight white guy.
Ashley Ketty is a surprise nomination
Wait,
because...
she's not a Gold Logie nom.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
She wasn't at the photo shoot, but she is a nomination.
What?
I know. And here's what's...
I missed that altogether.
Here's what's fascinating about it. She's not nominated in any of the acting categories either. She was in 2 shows. She was in Lost Flowers of Ellis Hart and Strife, and she hasn't cracked an acting nomination, but for some reason, she's made it just... Yeah.
What?
I know. And also, let's keep in mind as well that this wasn't a publicly voted list. So this was...
The networks put people forward. So
yes.
Foxtel put her forward.
I guess so.
They have to have.
Yeah. I suppose that was their flagship and they put her forward. And she is... I mean, she's an amazing talent. I love her.
We love
Friend of
Asha.
the pod.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but somewhat a surprising nomination, I think you could say. Didn't rock up to the photo shoot at 5 a.m. I don't know why. Probably working.
Yeah, I would say.
She's definitely going.
Okay. Who didn't get nominated that you were surprised? Like, who would you have liked to have seen? Who Who had a pearl a year on Australian television?
For me, the greatest Gold Logie injustice was that the Logies were cancelled after the first season of Total Control when Deborah Mailman, I feel like it was her time. And
I agree.
It pisses me off. She's been on Australian television for 20 years now. Again, no scandal. Never put a foot wrong. So talented, so amazing. And that was a real crowning achievement. And they did have the third season of Total Control. She's nominated for that and the show's nominated, but she didn't crack into the Gold Logie list. And that's crap. I agree.
Me.
I agree.
She should have. I would have said Deborah Mailman as well. I agree with you. What are you nominated for?
The Newsreader is nominated for Best Drama. It is now. It's not Most Popular or Most Outstanding. It's now Best.
Yes.
Anna Torv is nominated.
Yes.
For Best Actress. Sam Reid is nominated for Best Actor. And Michelle M. Davidson, friend of the pod.
So
Good
great.
friend of the pod. First ever Logie nomination for her.
Well done, babes. We love that for her. And she's going to go hard and we can't wait to see what happens.
I know. I can't wait. And of course, I'd be remiss in not saying you can vote. Click on the link. Vote,
yes,
vote,
no, whore it out.
Whore it out.
Yes.
It's some weird formulation. It's like 1/3 public votes, 1/3 cabal of Logie's insiders that decide, and 1/3 rating starter.
Wow, that seems totally legit.
Democratic.
Yeah. That feels like what could go wrong?
We are in the decline of democracy, and I think the Logie's process is... We are. Let's just be honest about it.
Speaking of the decline of democracy, holy shit.
We're recording this, and we're in the first 24 hours.
After
should we say that?
No, it's okay. Yeah, the presidential debate has recently happened. Yeah. Yes.
And there were two people on that stage, Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and it is with so much horror that I say that Donald Trump came across looking vigorous and more presidential.
I just wish more presidents felt that they were equipped to be commander-in-chief because they can play golf.
The closing moments.
That is wild.
Yeah. Yeah, they started arguing back and forth about their golf handicap.
Great.
And Biden challenged Trump to a game if he can carry his clubs. I mean, who says that they're out of touch?
They're absolutely not out of touch.
It was truly painful. But also, it was fascinating because as we speak now, there was an absolutely convulsive panic, and even the most loyal Democrat supporters were saying...
It was like America collectively said, look away. This is our private situation. We got to keep it in the family. Our two drunk uncles have lost control. You must all avert your gaze because we got to fucking deal with the family.
Well, and also people just jump straight to we have to replace Joe Biden.
100%.
And including people like the Pod Save America team, they're all on board with it. The New York Times was running.
But part of me feels like the Democrats knew this, right? They didn't have to agree to a debate. They didn't. And they did, knowing full well that Joe is not cognizant 100%.
Yes, and also they agreed to it extremely early.
Agreed. So my little conspiracy theorist brain says...
Someone knew and thought, we're going to put him out there and generate this reaction. I agree. Would class that as optimistic.
But I feel like there will be a replacement. I don't think Biden will be the nominee. I genuinely
come out and say at this point sitting here, I hope he's not.
Same.
But I feel like if it was going to happen... The likes of Obama and everyone would need to tap him on the shoulder and have a little sit down with Joe, thank him for his service. But what has happened this morning is that Obama, Hillary, Bill Clinton, they've all come out backing him, and he is doing rallies where, to be fair, his performance was a lot better, but he's gone off a teleprompter. And he's using Chumbawamba's tub-thumping.
What do you think they're giving him?
Well, not enough on the debate.
Was Joe Biden's song, was that for Joe Biden, Chumbawamba? Yeah, I get knocked down. Yeah. Is that because he fell over?
No, it's because...
Going up the stairs.
He's acknowledging the debate was bad. Because he's going, I know I'm old. Like, there's acknowledgement.
Jesus Christ! Yeah. That's not great, because old people fall over.
They're trying to spin a comeback narrative.
From the debate?
From the debate.
Where he would barely seem to know where he was. He did not seem to be aware of his surroundings.
It is alarming when you compare
He wouldn't have passed the test that Ambos give you when you hit your head.
Back when the 2020 debate...
What day is it? Who is president?
Exactly. Well, there were times where he just sort of
it's me.
lost the train of thought and then there were nonsensical things came out.
Oh, to be fair, that's a Tuesday for me.
No.
I'm 45.
You'd be amazing in a presidential debate.
I would love that. Imagine if you could do
I feel like I'm in a presidential debate with you often.
Yeah, imagine if you
And
could...
I never win.
Ever. Imagine if you could do the thing where back in the day, queens and kings could choose their champions. They didn't have to go into fight. They could choose a champion to go and represent them in a fight.
Yeah.
Imagine if presidential candidates could tap in someone else for them in debates. It would be amazing.
Oh,
just
yeah,
bring in
sorry,
debaters.
Yeah. Well, also, you're incredible at... You just need to be given, what's the point that I need to make? And it's like when you would go on those things where you would justify that any food can be healthy. Like watching you do that makes me think that you would be a great presidential debater.
I can justify anything.
I have to say, Donald Trump was showing signs of that. Like it was.
My husband has called me Trump-like on more than one occasion.
There is a little parallel.
Oh, great.
Well, look, and
both of us have not had sex with a porn star.
That's if only in your case. You have to give him credit that he knows television.
Yeah.
And he knows, and he's a media performer, and as are you. I mean, your concerts often feel like they become
cult rallies.
Yeah. I would believe people get drunk on white wine and pass out in an ambulance. I think ambulances are called to his rallies. I think that's what happens. But more the ability to... The spotlight's on. I've got a point that I'm going to make, and I will grab some facts, and some might be generously called facts.
How dare you?
But an ability.
There's no way this is going to be good for you, the things you're saying right now. There is no way I'm going to take kindly to a fucking Trump comparison.
I know.
Because I get it, we're loud. I don't know. I'm not even that loud, to be honest. But he's a showman. He did come across, who did they call the winner in the end?
They don't call the winner on the night.
Has anyone...
Oh, like they do the polls. And no, so after the last debates in 2020, it was like, Biden got 60-something and he got 30-something, and it had just completely flipped.
Well, Biden cannot, neither of these people can be given the nuclear codes. Neither of these people should be allowed anywhere near governing anything. And I'm genuinely concerned for what's going to happen. Also, the idea around America are definitely floating conscription for any man over the age of 27. That is something that is definitely going through the House. They are talking about mandatory military service and trying to get that through for men over the age of 27. So that's something that is genuinely being discussed.
Luckily, things are looking great for women.
And on the other hand, but it just seems to me World War III is coming, and America knows something we don't.
Putin must be beside himself with
Did you see that Putin Kim Jong-un footage?
Oh my God. I did not.
Was that real?
Yes.
It wasn't AI?
Not AI at all.
Putin, Russia and North Korea signed some sort of arms deal?
Yeah,
or...
they'll basically support each other in the
yes.
event of anything going wrong.
So they then got in a car together and were hooning around like comedians in cars getting coffee, except it was dictators in cars terrifying the fucking world. And then when he was leaving, they waved to each other, basically blowing kisses. You had a car.
It was
like that Lady
Marchella
Gaga
when she
Bradley
goes
Cooper
overseas.
meme.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
They were in a tiny car together. Putin was driving, Kim Jong-un, like two old dudes just having a laugh, just living their best lives. It was nightmare fuel.
I know.
And oh God. And now this. The Dems have to replace Biden. They have to replace Biden. And I just want to say I called this 4 years ago. I said this was going to happen.
He did initially go to office saying he was a transitional figure and he would pass the torch, and then he elected to not
At
pass
this
the
point,
torch.
why is Kamala not in?
Well, because her poll numbers are really low as well.
They can't be worse than Joe's right now. Have they done that?
Tragic. Not since the debate. I haven't seen since the debate.
Who's polling in the Dems? Is there anybody anywhere?
There's
the governor of California.
Newsom.
That's
yes.
that's why.
Who is a great mayor. Well, because California has all the, I guess they would say, we know what Trump's attacks will be on California. Like the homelessness and everything like that in that state is just like out of control.
This man has been indicted.
I know. I'm just saying what it would be.
Sure.
That would be the hesitation.
Go
and
for
also
it.
because generally they try California is a done deal for the Democrats, no matter who is there. So generally they try and find people from other parts of the
Newsom
country.
needs to go in and the platform needs to be, I'm not nearly dead and I'm not Trump.
The person that
That's literally the campaign.
The person that actually I think is the most impressive, but see if you can pick the reason why they won't put her up. It's Gretchen Whitmer. And she is in Michigan and she's had superb success. Like this, she got a thumping majority, and that's a swing state. And she did a long interview on the Daily like about a week ago.
Why aren't they putting Gretchen up?
She does have ovaries.
She is
They're
a
haunted
lady.
by Hillary, and that's the same reason why Kamala
Yeah.
won't be going up there. But it is a real shame. And then there's also that Shapiro guy, who I don't know that much about.
No,
but
it's
they always
Newsom.
talk about. Yeah, right.
I've been
well,
saying that from the start. He looks like a fucking Kennedy.
he does.
He's got good hair, he's tall, he's fit, he's young.
He used to go out with the
The
best
best yet to come. Yes, exactly. It's his ex-wife. But that, for me, if I was, they must be.
Do you think they could do it without Joe saying, folks, I've come to the realization I need to step down? Like, do you reckon they could do it as a coup and it could still work? Or do you think it's mandatory that they have the grace of Joe choosing to pull out of the race?
Joe's not going to pull out of the race.
So you think it has to be, and do you think even with that, it's still important that they do it?
Yes. Someone needs to tap Joe and say, that's enough. Because whoever he names, is Kamala VP named?
Yeah.
So she's going to end up president. Because he is not going to last 4 more years. That will take him to how old?
He's 81 now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's terrifying times.
It is.
It's terrifying times.
Newsom has said he would never turn his back on Biden after the debate performance.
Yeah.
Please do.
We'll see.
But I mean, it's just that's why I feel like Biden needs to.
Yeah.
Say, I've realised I can't do this.
Yeah.
Why is Joe doing this? Why is he doing it?
I mean, that's like
'Cause he doesn't
Why
have
did
to.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg stay on? Like, I feel like I'll let you know, and you let me know. If I've got-
You'll get the tap on the
I
shoulder.
know. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I've already been declared too old to have kids.
It's true. I don't know how else to come back from that.
But
At 46, I don't think you should
Ginsburg is one of the saddest
be having
ones.
children.
Says to me all the time. Why? I say
No,
as I go into food replacement.
Yeah, it's not so much about your age, it's about your lifestyle. And also you
Partially about my age.
not your lifestyle as a homosexual either, guys. It's both, because you and Adrian are arguably only halfway up to the apex of your careers. You're both on the up and ups.
Oh, that's optimistic.
Your husband's movie just got
I
greenlit.
know. Yeah.
And you're arguably the most in-demand screenwriter in this country, and you're only because you're a white male, only going to get more and more work. So I feel like which of you's taking 5 years off of your careers to raise a child?
Yeah, no.
Exactly. So fucking don't you put that on me.
Both
Thank
got
you.
children already, your careers.
You're fine. Get a dog.
That seems like a lot of work.
All right. Michael made a list. What's next? Oh, God, fuck.
Well, look, we need to.
All right.
Let's just talk about where we're both at, and we're going to start with you. It's been quite the week.
It has.
If you're wondering why she sounds like a desiccated husk of a person, looks fabulous though, and it's because it's casual luxury apparently.
I am dressed in casual luxury.
Very sadly,
Yeah.
there was a death in the Rusciano Barrow family.
Yeah. And it was just my husband's father, Graham, had been unwell for a while, but it had been kind of a slow, Hope started when he was 70s, 84, was he 82? 82. But yeah, he passed away this week on Monday night. Funeral planning's been happening, but after the night after Graham died was Odie's Year 12 formal.
Of course.
So that was...
And not really an instance where you can say to Scott, do you want to do the late pickup?
No. And Odie was umming and ahhing over going, but Grazza definitely would have wanted her to go.
Yeah.
Like he would not have been okay with her missing it. And Scott wanted her to go. So we got ready and we'd been planning for weeks. We'd done the dress and she knew she wanted to look like Pamela Anderson. So we had the hair all planned in the,
She looked amazing.
she looked great. So I ended up doing the drop-offs, multiple drop-offs to pre-drinks, then the formal, then getting dressed at the after-party, then the after-party. And then I did the 2 a.m. pickup of the drunk teenagers in Mordialloc, if you know Melbourne. That's a long way away.
So how much sleep do you think you got in that 48-hour period?
Well, none. And as I was driving home at 2 o'clock in the morning, I was thinking about, the night before at that time, I'd been with my father-in-law as they took his body away, and then I'm sitting in a car full of teenagers at the same time, not having had much sleep. My tour opens in a week and a half.
Yes, let's not forget that
and
detail.
Chella's leaving for overseas in a week for 2 months. Graham's funeral's next week. So there's just been a lot on.
Yes.
I'm really fucking sick. And I just feel like... I also just feel like no one gives a fuck in the sense of everyone's got shit going on. I don't have anybody kind of like my kids and my husband have got me. I don't have a me. I desperately need a me. That's the one thing I felt very like no one will care if you fall in a hole this week, so you just can't because no one has the time or energy to help you out of that hole. But yeah, I'm struggling. It's been, I don't know. I've been out of body several times, but I need to have conversations with my parents, with my kids around how I want the last few weeks, days of my life to look, because this brought into very searing clarity that we just don't talk about death at all in this country. And then when it happens, we're like, oh, shit, what a shock.
Yeah, we're completely unprepared.
Like we didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
We know.
Oh, my mum's gone down to minute detail with me.
Thank God. Because I can tell you, and everybody knows when it happens, when it does happen, you are in no state to be making decisions.
Just choices.
And Scotty, I've been watching him have to make decisions about, cremations and death notices and, all these things that he should just be sitting and thinking about his dad and looking after himself and being gentle with himself. And yeah, it's just fucking, this week has been fucked. Yeah. I don't know.
So how many sleeps to the tour now? And I use the word sleep.
I know.
Quotes.
We kick off July 11th to a very empty theatre in Toowoomba. But QPAC is great, nearly sold out. Gold Coast.
You've got multiple dates that are only
a lot of the cap cities are close to sold out. It's just some of the regionals. And like part of me is like, everyone's been hassling me to do the regionals for so many years and I've finally done it. And I'm like, where are you? It's not cheap to put this tour on. And yeah, there's just a lot of things for me to be concerned about at the moment anyway.
I did get to see a sneak preview of the costumes.
Oh, yes. You turned up today for the fitting.
I know. It was perfect timing as far
I've
as
just
I was
done
concerned.
too much. Like, I don't need to. I don't know why I always do this. It's just too big. It's too much. I've got too much going on.
Well, I mean, in terms of the tour?
The show is ridiculous.
Yes, but I feel like it's I mean, in many ways,
I should have just done me by myself. People would still come and pay the same amount.
Yes, it feels like you're matching at least a Rage and Rain
and
pose.
I don't know why.
But I feel like isn't it because like you've done plenty of Emsolation
if I was still selling shows like I was selling Rage and Rainbows, like 5 years ago, I would sell out multiple palets. The tour would have sold out the week it got announced. But I'm fighting for every single ticket sale because there's a cost of living crisis, because COVID has completely changed how we consume live entertainment. I'm up against lots of other things. And also, a lot of people don't know who the fuck I am. Like, I'm pretty niche celebrity, whatever you want to say. So there's lots of things that I should have adjusted to, but I didn't. I just do what I do, and I've just gone hard. And it's this big, because I just wanted to do autism, ADHD, menopause, justice, and the last 5 years, and I wanted it to be like it was in my head, and I let that kind of reign over financials.
Look, you will. It'll be amazing. I've read the show.
So have I.
I've seen the costumes.
And people are going to be
killer.
absolutely blown away.
I've seen the puppet.
I don't know how I'm going to remember it all.
You will.
You will. Well, also, firstly, if you don't remember it, someone will remind you, probably Lucy Gransbury. And B, if you don't remember it, you'll probably rip out the best part of the whole show. That's always what happens.
Anyway, yeah, you come see me do stand-up.
Oh my God, you poor thing.
It will be great.
Sensational.
This is great. We're a
Let's
comedy
go to
podcast, guys. I'm just so overwhelmed.
Should we talk about Odie's formal?
No. It was good. They're all very cool. I don't know how they're all so cool at that age. Like, I was such a hot mess at 17, 18. But it looked like the Euphoria press shots. It was crazy. No, it's all fine. I mean, whatever. Yay! What else is on the list?
My hip replacement.
Yes. Yes.
My hip replacement, I thought, was scheduled for, of course, the opening night of Em's tour. There would be what other position could it probably have? Now it's scheduled for the day after. No, the day
before Grace's
day before,
funeral.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. How delightful.
Yeah, really great. You're going to be there to support me. That's amazing.
No, I will still be in hospital at that point, alas. There was a mix-up.
Some people might have put the surgery off, but no, that's fine. Given the state they're best friends in. But you go and get that hip done. No, I'm joking. I'm fine. I'm joking. I'm mostly joking. No, I don't expect you to cancel the surgery. I would have appreciated an offer, but then I would have said to you, no, absolutely not. You didn't even offer. But that's fine. It's okay.
It would not have been. I can't cancel the surgery.
You could have offered. I wouldn't have let you, but you could have offered.
You didn't come back from overseas when my father died.
I offered to. You told me not to.
No.
I did offer to.
You don't.
I did. I did. I remember sitting in the roof at the place in Venice. I said to you, I can come back. And you said no. Was that a yes, no?
It was a no.
No, I regret not coming back. I've said that a million times. I mean,
It was a
obviously,
good show.
obviously this brings up, what am I going to do when this is Vincy? Like, I can't even. I'm looking at Scott thinking, God,
Well, I would offer if it was. Well, let's not talk about
you'll be fucking probably having to MC Vincy's. Like, let's be honest, I'm not going to be able to do it. Oh my God, we can't even talk about it.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Anyway.
Hip replacement. This is a very
weird
raw episode of Emsolation as she sits here crying.
Well, my experience of the hip replacement has been all these people going, are you psychologically prepared? And, I know, it's a strange one.
What? Are we not taking it seriously enough?
No, but it's just when they ring you, because of the mix-up with the dates and I'm earlier than I think, they're like, are you psychologically ready to have it? I wonder whether I am psychologically a bit fucked up, because the only way that I can... Like, I actually quite like a long flight because it's the perfect excuse. I'm uncontactable. I zone out. And I think that I'm thinking of my hip replacement like I'm going on.
It's a total excuse. It's so good.
Yeah. It's the
nobody
ultimate.
can beat it.
Like, if you say, when people have been saying, can you do things? Like, if I pull out hip replacement, it's just, people are just shocked. And so I've been kind of looking forward to it, but I wonder whether in the last 24 hours, the reality of it will set in and I suddenly will think, oh shit, no, hang on a second.
It will, especially when you're... The worst part for me is when they start coming into the anaesthetic. That's when I start panicking. That's
Right.
when I'm like... When they come in and they're like, okay, we're going to put you out. That's when I genuinely think, oh God, I'm going to be unconscious on a table and not know what's going on and fuck, oh God. But... I think you'll be okay.
Do you know the other weirdest thing is I don't own pajamas, or I didn't own pajamas. I've now been gifted them. I didn't realise
Who
that was
gifted you pajamas?
2 people in the end.
Who?
Joe Werner and Christine Bartlett.
I didn't know you didn't. Are they good ones?
I think so.
I
They're
didn't know you
expensive.
didn't have pajamas. I
No.
would have got you some.
I never wear them.
That's weird.
Well, I don't know. And also the other thing that I didn't realise,
I have so many pairs of pajamas.
I can't take your pajamas.
I would if you had said to me, I'm the pajama queen.
Yeah.
Like, you understand, anytime I'm in some sort of mental
feel like
anguish, I buy a new
People
pair.
that are into pajamas really are evangelists for pajamas.
Oh,
like the number of people
fucking yes.
Yeah, really? Why are they so good? Sell it to me.
For me, it's the transition between work. It's an essential transition between workwear or day wear and bed. You need a middle landing soft place. Scott wears denim right up until getting into bed.
Yeah, right.
Scott sits in the house in an overcoat and denim. I'm
Yeah.
there in plush pajamas.
I do. I can put on a tracksuit. I understand that.
You don't own tracksuits.
No, I don't. But I can put on a. But
It's
also, do you sleep
clothing.
in them though?
No, sometimes. No. Now, this is where I differ, and I am a bit of an evangelist. I have a third transition outfit before I get into bed.
Jesus Christ.
So I'll get home.
You're like every night's like Lady Gaga at the Met Ball.
Pretty much. So today, for instance, I'll get home. I'm in my overcoat, my jeans. When I get home, there will often be 4 changes. Take that back. I'll get home. Now, if it's pre-5 o'clock, I'll pop on tracksuit pants, but leave the top section on. Pre-5 o'clock. If I get home post-5 o'clock, straight into the shower, into some beautiful pyjamas, soft, top-bottom dressing gown, slippers, and probably a bit of a headband, get my hair back off my face. Then, before I get into bed, I'll pop all that off and pop on my nightshirt.
Oh, my God.
Which is obviously usually an oversized merch T-shirt that I like to sleep in because I get a bit hot. But now I have a lecky blankie. I especially have to take off my flannel jammies or my soft jammies because the lecky blankie is doing the heavy lifting.
Okay.
So I bought an electric blanket, which, by the way, I don't know why I waited so long. I've been putting it off and putting it off. I'm like, I'm so fucking cold in bed. Elio likes to get in there nude when it's on 3.
I get it.
He just likes to
He's a
slink-
sensory kid.
Oh,
Of course
God.
he does.
He's like, he felt it with his hands.
Yeah.
And it was like the middle of the day. And he's like, I'm taking my clothes off and I'm going to. So he got all nude in the middle of the day and was slinking around on the number 3. And he loves it. He loves it so much. So sometimes he just comes in and slides his hand in my bed to check it's on.
You do. You generally love a bit of heat, though.
I do.
Yeah.
I hate the
you
cold.
know when Em's in my house because you walk in and like all the heaters are on full bore. And you get,
It's
like,
set
this
to
way.
Noosa. Your house is set to Noosa. My house is ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
I need it hot all the time. I'm a hot body person. Love it. Love the heat. But I cannot believe. So yeah, I will have all those transitions. But ultimately, my sleeping attire will be an oversized merch
I'm
T-shirt.
Scott.
You're
I go,
Scott.
Basically, this
have
outfit,
no transition.
jeans, and then
I'm telling you, it's going to be life-changing when you do the pyjamas.
Okay. The other weird thing that you have to do 5 days in advance, you have to have this antiseptic soak thing. This because they're paranoid about. This would really test you. So you have to slather your self with antiseptic and
What, like iodine?
I don't know what it is. I've got the tubes. I have to start today.
What do you mean?
And then you can't put on deodorant, moisturizer. You can't wash your hair with it, because they're going to kill every little bug on your body. Because the biggest risk is infection. It's not anything else. And so that's why they kick you out of hospital so quickly, because they don't want you to be infected. So
you listen to me, you motherfucker.
yeah.
Just be normal. Just be chill. Get the fucking operation. No complications. I cannot take another person that I love
I'll be fine.
getting unwell.
No,
or
I know.
trying to be fucking tricky dicky and this went wrong and that went wrong. You fucking get in there. Get your hip replaced.
I do have limited control over
Get
the
out.
whole thing.
I'm not joking.
No, I know. I will. I'll be very.
Don't you even fucking do not do that to me. Selfish. I will not survive it.
I like it that it's presented as kind of a threat. But the weird thing is, if I betray you on this front, I'm not going to be around.
Too fucking soon, you brutal bitch.
No.
Jesus Christ. The antiseptic thing sounds disgusting.
Yeah, and also weird.
Wait, can you not
But
shower?
also- no, you shower, because you have to, put it all on, then you
What's
wash it all
deodorant
off.
got to do
But
with
then
it?
I also understand, they didn't say me a thing like, can you have sex? Presumably, if they want me to be,
You and Adrian have been together for over a decade.
we can handle it, you
Can
think?
we hold off for 5 days?
Well,
You gays, honestly.
I feel like, wouldn't you need to...
Your community.
I'm not unlikely to be doing it in the immediate aftermath, so wouldn't...
Oh, you want to get one quick one in?
Not one. But I don't... Anyway, sorry, look, I know it's
Who
different.
thinks
Enough of
about
that.
pre-surgery sex?
Well, of course you do. Okay, all right.
Things I learned. Really? That's a consideration?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Well, now I'm considering everything that I'm going to do before, because I can't. I ordinarily I'd love to go out and everything, but it's too worried that I get sick, so
Oh,
can't
yeah.
do that.
Glad you're here with me today in my health.
I'm just banking that yours is more just
Nah,
system rundown.
I think so. I think I'm just... The red light is on. What's after red? What's the red? What light comes on after red in a car? Just stops. What's
That's all
service
right. I
light?
think it's just shut down. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we're going to move into another episode. We haven't even done sealed section yet, mate.
No, Celine Dion.
We're going to do that in sealed section. Okay, so thank you for joining us on this bizarre episode, but it was bound to be. We're going to move into sealed section now. Michael and I, oddly, on Monday night, before I went to see Graz, Celine Dion was offered to me early from the Amazon Prime girls. So we watched I Am Celine Dion. It evoked some pretty violent response from me. I got pretty fired up.
Yeah.
I won't be saying all the things I said.
No.
Okay, just let me
That would
lead
be
this
the
chat.
best. Okay.
So we'll be discussing the I Am Celine next in the sealed section. Thanks very much for getting in. This is the episode that had to happen. I know it was weird. I know I cried. Whatever. Okay, bye.
To enjoy today's sealed section of Emsolation, upgrade your experience and join the Extra family with our premium service, Emsolation Extra. You get 2 bonus episodes direct to your favourite podcast app every week in an exclusive feed, as well as an Ask Me Anything where Em and Michael answer your questions. There's over 70 other episodes awaiting you already, plus you'll also get Instagram close friends access, ticket pre-sales, merch discounts, and heaps more. Help Em keep this independent neurodivergent business alive by supporting us for less than $2 a week on our yearly plan or less than $2.50 a week on our monthly plan. Just sign up at emsolation.supercast.com now. Emsolation is recorded at Down the Hill Studios, hosted by Em Rossiano with Michael Lucas. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley, produced by Em Rossiano. Edited by Ezekiel Fenn and videos by James Henderson. Socials by Benjamin Wasley, Em Rossiano and Marchella Rossiano Barrow, with assistance from Jem Evans and Isabella Hines. Follow us on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast, where you'll find a link in our bio so you can sign up for our weekly newsletter, join other Emsolators at the Emsolation Group on Facebook, follow our YouTube and TikTok channels, and so much more. Help us out by sharing Emsolation with your friends, give us a 5-star rating, and make sure you're following us by hitting the follow button on your favourite podcast app. Thanks for listening and or watching this week's episode, and we can't wait to chat with you again soon.